Gets to be a longer way down each time. So I have a question, and you don't have to be little to answer. Who's your favorite Disney prince or princess? Just shout it out. Belle? Elise, you must have a favorite one too. Rapunzel? Good choice. Grayson? Nobody. Did he say nobody? Nobody? You don't have... How could you possibly not have a favorite Disney prince or princess? Olaf.
That's a good one.
That's a good choice. He could be a prince of the snow people. In fact, you make a really good point. Because my next question was going to be, why is that person your favorite prince or princess? Why is Olaf your favorite? He's funny. It was so much easier when you could have like people like here than at the back with masks on. Because he's funny. That's a good one. That's a good answer. You know who my favorite Disney princess is? Well, I have two actually. The classic one is The Little Mermaid. Ariel, of course. Red hair. But I'm also like Merida from Brave. That's a newer one. Also red hair. And I like them because I think Merida is courageous and brave, which is also the name of the movie. But also and smart. And I also like Ariel, not just because she had red hair, but because she's also really curious and a little bit crazy and doesn't really think things through. But is also very spontaneous and creative and fun, right? And doesn't always think things through. But this is the thing, right? Just because they're a prince or a princess isn't the only reason you like them. You like them because of who they are, right? So Olaf could certainly be a prince. We don't know. He could be a prince of the snow people. He could... It could be a prince too. He is a prince. He is a prince. Of course he is. Look at me. It's like adventurous and curious. He's, in fact, other than red hair, he's all the things I just said, right? He could totally be a prince. See, the thing about it is, I said, who's your favorite prince or princess? Like, that really is the only reason why you would like them? Like, that's their title? But it isn't the reason you like them. You like them because of who they are and how they are. And that's a really interesting thing about things like calling somebody a prince or a princess or a king or a queen or, you know, a president or a prime minister or a whatever you say about your leader, whatever you call them, or, you know, reverend for that matter, whatever you call, it's not the title that makes them, it's who they are. And in fact, we've kind of learned sometimes to expect certain things from certain titles without bothering to know the person. But we need both of those things, right? People call Jesus lots of things. Jesus described himself in lots of ways, right? Light of the world, the good shepherd, bread, like bread. Jesus called himself lots of things. We call Jesus many things, like Emmanuel, that's part of the Christmas story, which is just around the corner, which means God with us. Like the word itself has a meaning. But it still doesn't really mean anything until you know the person that it belongs to, right? Which is why it's so important to know, not just listen to people tell you about Jesus, but like get to know Jesus, right? Through the stories, through how Jesus lives in all of us, all of the things that Jesus taught us to be, about caring for other people, about being compassionate and understanding, about helping people, sharing with people. Those are all good things that should go with being a prince or a king or a princess or a queen or a prime minister or a president or a reverend or, well, a human being, really. They actually go with anything to do with that. Even somebody who's deeply disturbed by his shoe. And we're off. That's the best. We're on an adventure. As we should be, right? Because it's how we learn too, right? We get to know people. We get to find out about people by asking questions, being curious, adventurous, brave. Doesn't hurt if you have red hair. I'm just saying, for me, it doesn't hurt. But it's all those things, So today is a Sunday that we call Reign of Christ or Christ the King. But it's not about titles, really. It's about getting to know Jesus for who Jesus is, not just in the stories, but in each other. So let's get on with that.